everybody. Welcome to another edition of The Naked Truth. I'm Jimmy the Square Guy, the one that talk fly to you before he lie to you.
I'm Jay Renee. I always got something to say.
And we got Mohawk.
Yo, special guest. I'm Ed. You want the bank account is always in the black and not the red. Yeah, you know about that. You know about that, dude.
Ooh, that boy kept on me then. Ooh, what's up, Mr. Ed Mohawk?
More power to you, man.
I'm glad to have you in the house today, man.
Trying to get this bread, man. You know how I do it.
We had some technical difficulties. Some things I couldn't work.
That's an understatement.
Well, that's what it was. Well, we got them fixed, and we back home, man. Thank God for technology and Ed.
I know. Don't forget Edward.
Oh, no, I can't forget him. You know, I'm going to put him last, but I ain't going to forget him, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly why he's going to be on that boat. Exactly why.
That's why you're the kayak, huh?
I'm this kayak.
Well, I ain't tripping, man. Whenever you get the yacht, just let me barbecue on it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I ain't tripping, man.
I'll bring you along. You can.
I ain't got to be the captain of the ship or clean it. Just let me barbecue. Or just fan the smoke or something, you know. I ain't tripping, man.
Sounds good, bro.
Well, here's our show today. It is or is it not Friday? I know what that is, huh?
I'm starting to get an idea.
Yeah.
It's when we go look at things and try to find out, is it or is it not real, or is it true, or what's the public opinion about it. So, you know, we got one or two things here today to check out before we get into our TNT of the day. Y'all ready to do that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, y'all look like
During
y'all
the
ready.
break, I heard Renee say something. One of them was your kinfolk. I think it was about the show.
Yeah, we finna see.
Say, you know what? You know her name is Jay Renee, would always something to say, but some stuff she should just not say. So I'm gonna let that ride, man.
And I guess your name was a square guy for a reason.
I'm square got food business. That's why I'm square guy. 'Cause I'm square food business. And you either be there or you ain't square business.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay. I thought it was some SpongeBob kind of stuff.
But then me and SpongeBob, it was kind of cool though. We know each other. Yeah. Trying to put a cartoon together with each other. But let's get into our little is it or is it not thing today. There it is. Starting off. Can y'all see that? I don't want to hear what you said earlier either, man.
Froligator.
Froligator. That's what that is.
She's stealing.
She's stealing.
I should have got it.
You shoulda?
I should have trademarked that.
Okay.
I'm getting paid right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all see that? They say they found this thing in Jamaica, out there in the waters. Now, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's Photoshop, but after looking at it from different angles and different pictures of it, like that one now, if they skinned it, it looked real to me.
Well, I'm just gonna say again. I've been to Jamaica quite a few times. I've never seen a half frog, half alligator
I think
swimming around in the water next to me.
I think if you had seen one swimming in the water next to you, you would be sitting next to Renee.
I think that you're very wrong about Ed and his willingness and ability to survive.
Exactly.
And some of the most trying, testing, and almost impossible circumstances.
People, it is not time to call in yet. When we tell you to call in, please call in. Get one, it's my phone.
No, you just need a mute button on that phone.
Need a mute button? Oh, I'm hitting the mute
Don't
button.
even allow it to even ring.
I got it. But now, go ahead, man.
Well, I'm just saying. I just think you underestimate me, son.
Well,
I'm good. I'm good at surviving. Like an old cockroach.
I don't know, but it looks real to me. I'm not gonna be in Jamaica's water. I want to go to Jamaica, never been, but when I do, after seeing this, I'm not getting in no water. Cause I just watched on the History Channel. Man, they got a sea monster that the news people even had to go out there with their cameras and pick up on. It wasn't no Photoshop. It wasn't no Loch Ness monster either. Whatever it was not a whale. It was over 22 feet long. It out wider than one of the little boats they had out there. And it had like ripples in its back. Not the big
I just
fins.
want to know how they got it up there. Is it dead?
What? That?
Yeah. Who hung that up?
Renee.
I'm just saying.
Who called the froligator, man?
Mm-hmm.
Who did it?
You actually think that thing's alive?
You know what? Even if I wouldn't be touching it if it was dead. I'm just letting you know.
Well, I'm with you. I ain't dead or alive. I ain't getting mixed to it. I'm not gonna get to it. So,
The main reason why that little froligator is questionable, because if that was a real species of animal that's just been discovered, first of all, every white person in America be trying to take credit for it. Me to be down there in Jamaica, all the news cameras, all the and so being that we have not heard any world news or major news about the hype going on in Jamaica with the froligator, I have to put a question mark behind it.
now, you know, you're a sharp dude, conscious brother. You know how the media control things. They decide, people decide what goes out there and what's not. And that could be something that can really hurt their economic system.
Jamaica is a tourist
Exactly.
country.
So you putting something out there and people say, man, I'm not going over there no more. That can hurt the people bad. So I'm not saying that it's not in the news media. I just may haven't saw it. And you got like certain news outlets like Coast to Coast and other shows that will talk about it. But the average American don't listen to those shows.
Well, I watch a lot of news, and I'm pretty diverse and pretty unbiased, because I try to make sure that I don't get it from one source, because I know that even though news people are supposed to be objective, almost everybody has a bias, and so there's still always a slant to the news, to how stories are reported, and so I try to get my news from various sources. I'm only saying, froligator, man.
First of all, that's your words you made up.
It actually may help tourism. You know what I'm saying? I want to go down there and see it. So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you put a couple of them in the cage, and you might, your company might boom. Like I say,
Put a couple of them in the cage and they escape. You
But again, Jimmy, to your point, like we discussed earlier, we do know that more of outer space has been explored than the depths of the sea, and so it's a lot of unexplored territory and terrain, and it doesn't tell them what's going on out there. Like the mosasaurus you saw. Yeah, mosasaurus. That's a word. Ask my son, and he's gonna tell you.
Kids know
some big monsters out there under that water, and we haven't explored even a fraction of the ocean's floors and the depths. So, who knows?
Well, let's go to our next one. And it is... No, it's not your relative, Renee.
I wouldn't expect it to be anyways.
Which one would it have been anyway? The one on top or the bottom?
Okay. Here's the question right here, people. Here's the question. If you're in a relationship, it says if a woman is in a relationship, is she obligated to give sex to her man whenever he wants it, even when she feel like she's not in the mood? I want the woman's opinion first, Renee.
I feel like in a marriage, and I'm going to say this again, Jimmy, when you're married, then you're obligated, no matter how you feel.
Okay, Renee, and I'm going to say this. There's other things that you only obligated to in a marriage.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Because women want other things just in a relationship. In an everyday common relationship, women want certain things. And on my opinion, based upon what you said, Renee, you're not entitled to them things unless you're married.
What things are you speaking of?
They want joint accounts.
I don't.
Okay, wow, what are you?
I don't want a joint account. I know one person.
$3.8 billion or something?
When you get those statistics.
Ooh. Oh, well, I forgot it's more women than men, so we got 7.6 billion people on Earth, so what are you, 5.6 billion?
Oh.
They don't want it? I bet.
Up.
I ain't going to be quoting nothing. In fact, it's 1.5 billion. Almost 7.6 billion. You can quote that. But anyway, I just feel like it's a lot of things in a relationship that women expect from men, and y'all should not be getting it if we're not married to y'all. Since you want to put it that way.
Technically.
But I actually think that, yeah, if you're in a relationship, you want to keep your man or your woman happy, yeah, give them sex when they want it. Even if you don't want it, do it. But I know I'm gonna be considered as inconsiderate, selfish, and self-centered. But hey, welcome to the real world.
Seems like you got an attitude.
I
Taking
do.
it personal.
I do.
Edward.
I do.
He do sound like he's taking it personal.
Cause she gonna tell me.
I think
if you
it's
mad.
almost like he reflecting back. It's almost like flashing back on a bad experience.
Yeah, last night. Last night.
Don't be doing my boy Jimmy like that.
I got a headache.
Don't do him like that.
Nah, I'm
You
just
do not need him coming here acting like that.
full of all this testosterone. Testosterone.
You became the topic for today because you refused. I'm just saying. My attitude is simple.
Somebody say I sound immature.
Hey.
Somebody on this thing said I sound immature. Guess what?
Look. First of all, if it's a woman, we have to be clear that there are a lot of things that y'all do to man in relationships that that probably shouldn't be a part of the package either. My attitude is if you're mature enough, then the maturity says that if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I should always consider their needs, no matter how upset I am at them at any given time. Because the reality is that the maturity should guide and govern your actions, not your immaturity and your pettiness when you want to just get back, right? So if I'm in a committed relationship with you and I know that the bills have to still be paid, I'm going to still pay the bills, right? I'm going to still do my manly duties. I expect to come home and still have a plate in the oven.
Not if you ain't married.
But yeah, so I'm only saying that
Renee,
that sex and those things that you know are needs, especially once you get into a relationship in the beginning and they express to you what is important to them. If I tell you feed me important, sex is important, you already know that the problem of those things is really like punishment. And again, that's what you do to kids. You punish kids for acting bad. You don't punish grown men and grown women. And so as your womanly or manly duties, those things that are important to your spouse should not be neglected at any time, whether things are going good or things are going bad. And even if you're not enjoying it, again, it's not about you. It's about compromise, right? So I think that you should give it up all the time.
Oh.
Hallelujah.
Yeah!
Hallelujah.
I agree with your own boy.
See, that's why I need another woman on this panel.
Oh,
I'm not saying that I disagree, but she might have a different opinion than I have.
Well,
I don't expect to have a joint account. I'm not gonna not pay the bills just because I'm mad at him. Like
But she did say that she wouldn't feed him because she probably ended up putting some extra sauce and spices in the ingredients.
No.
Out of anger.
Again, like one person just chimed in and said it depends on the relationship itself. And no, every relationship is different. Everybody have what Ed said, their do's and don'ts and what they like to be pleased. But personally, I just think that if you are in a relationship, I think that you should take care of your mate, whether you feel like it or not.
I feel like you got to call a man that's really, really eager to say something, and that's not that, and they are not giving up.
I like that. Don't give up.
Be motivated.
I like that.
Be ambitious.
Okay, right now we're gonna go to our TNT for today. That's our topics for us. Is it or is it not Friday? But we're gonna go to the TNT today. And Renee, you had something that was passionate on your heart.
I wasn't that passionate. I just want to know what your opinion is and Edward's opinion on
passion.
Can men and women be friends, strictly friends, platonic?
Speak up and say that again.
Platonic friendships.
Can men and women be in purely platonic relationships?
No. My mom told me a long time ago. She said a man and a woman cannot be friends because if either one is willing, something's going to eventually happen.
What do you think, Ryan? Oh, she had to breathe and pause. She doing woosah.
Because every friend, I didn't even say this. I don't know. I ain't even say this.
Go ahead and say your thought. It might trigger something in me.
You know, because to me, it's like a Tommy situation. I got them draws, dog. On Martin, every friend that he had, he got the draws. I just think it depends on the level of relationship. If it's somebody that you hanging out with 1 or 2 times a week, and y'all may go out to clubs and whatnot, y'all can't be friends. That's too close. Y'all gonna start sharing. There's gonna be things connecting. Y'all gonna start building feelings, and something gonna eventually happen. You might blame it on the alcohol. He might blame it on the drugs. Whatever. Something's gonna eventually happen. That's my opinion. So I don't think that men and women can have a platonic relationship.
I'm on a fence now.
Especially if both of them attractive.
I'm on a fence now because I may have a guy friend that is extremely attractive to me, but he may already be in a relationship with someone else. And so I know I can't take it there.
So if he's extremely attracted to you.
If he's attracted to me?
No.
Or if I'm attracted to him?
If he's attractive to you, for as you say, ooh, I like him, he's handsome, he's fine, he got that.
I mean, just because you think somebody's attractive, you don't automatically like them, do you?
I'm asking what you just said.
I'm saying that as a, just because I think somebody's attractive, it doesn't mean that I like them. I have to get to know them to know if I like them.
I know this.
Interesting.
I know
like
this. That. If you feel like a guy friend that you have that you have an attraction to him, you think he's an attractive guy, and
physically attractive,
and y'all hanging out too much, something's gonna happen.
Well, see, if he ain't got the right mind, then ain't nothing gonna happen because he could be childish as hell. He just look good.
Then guess what? Y'all ain't gonna be friends no way then.
But Jimmy's playing devil's advocate. Maybe he might actually think this way. I personally disagree.
Friends is somebody that you hang around.
Disagree.
Oh, you mad? You better disagree.
Disagree.
You better disagree.
Man, Edward, tell them what you think.
So again, the main thing is this. Even being married, I know that you don't turn attraction on and off like a light switch.
Exactly.
My wife still sees some dudes that she be like, if I wasn't married.
But if she,
I still see some women that I find physically attractive and pretty. That's human nature. God made us like that. He made men and women the opposite sex to be attracted to each other. That's how we reproduce. If everybody thought everybody was ugly, the world would be a really empty place right now. So men and women are designed to be attracted to one another. So it's okay to acknowledge the attraction. Like, suppress a pretty girl. Mm-hmm. It's acting on it that becomes a problem. And I think that if you're mature and disciplined enough and know where the boundaries are, you can acknowledge the attraction without crossing the boundaries.
Hallelujah.
Like I said again, if I had a saw was physically attractive, also depending on the relationship we may be already in, but more than anything, say I was making money with this woman, and 3 times a week we were together because we were club promoters. Mm-hmm. And we used to have to be making about $30,000 a week promoting these club events. I would not jeopardize the business relationship, first of all, because I've never met in my life vagina worth $30,000 a week. So my focus is on my money and on making sure that the business.
She got that fire,
that the business is always in front. And so, again, but it takes maturity to understand what the boundaries are. And again, if two people agree to cross it, then they'll agree to cross it. They two mature adults, they can do so. But I do believe that it's still a choice, and it's a choice that can be made or not made. Mm-hmm. It doesn't always have to be followed through. I'm just saying.
I agree with Edward.
I think you're going to agree with it because you think that you can be friends with that nice, handsome, attractive dude, and you know that you being an attractive young lady, y'all hanging out, you think it's possible. But Renee, I doubt it.
I have self-control though. I don't need to play on my feelings or play on what I'm attracted to, like Edward said. It's all about maturity.
By the way, Jimmy agreed too, but only under certain circumstances. He clearly said that if she's fat and ugly, he could be a friend.
I'm just gonna
put that out there.
I said that. So, this is the naked truth, and I ain't scared to say what I said.
I just want to testify.
Hey, I ain't got no problem with big girls. Y'all got love too. But me, if there was no attraction now, no, it's not gonna happen. But I'm saying that, Renee, you may not play on it, but if you know that dude is attractive to you, he's handsome, he got that sex appeal, whatnot, he can manipulate that.
Yeah, it'll take a weak-minded woman to get manipulated like that.
Hey, when you go to thinking radical rather than rationally, you do things that you later on regret. And that's the difference between females and women. You was born a female, and a woman is something that you have to become through maturity.
But you're saying women can be mature enough and disciplined enough to not act on every emotion and every whim, every flirt, every
True.
advance.
And again, it goes back to what you said. It depends on the relationship. If it's something that they doing periodically, just making money, they making a lot of good money, whatnot, I don't think a mature person would jeopardize that.
So if they ain't making no money, everything's in jeopardy.
Just you.
I'm just saying. That's how you put it out there.
Yeah,
You're kind of contradicting yourself.
Both of y'all out of Fifth Ward. Y'all ain't got nothing going on. He work at the Circle K. You work at Gulf Coast Dodge, and y'all just kicking at Club Shishnik. Yeah, something gonna happen. Y'all ain't got nothing to lose. Yeah, something gonna happen.
All right, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's just what I think. Now,
Interesting.
we're gonna open up these phone lines. The number is
they didn't gave up.
no. The number is 832-649-8406. We open up the phone lines. Can y'all please call in and let us know what y'all think about can a man and a woman have a platonic relationship?
Even if they're broke.
Ooh, I like you put that broken.
I'm just saying.
Cause Ed threw the money in there.
I'm just saying.
And
You said if you have money, you ain't gonna jeopardize it. But if you're broke,
I'm just letting you know that, like I said, the relationship it depends on the relationship and how it's defined, and the maturity level of the people involved.
Absolutely.
I agree with you 100%.
Now you agree.
I always agree.
I have a way.
But you talking. All right.
All right.
I've seen it.
I mean, that just speaks. I think what you've seen though just speaks more to the sheer volume and levels of immaturity in our society. Most people act on instinct.
Because if that's the
Most
case,
people most people go on just what they feel in the moment, especially if they high or drunk.
All right, we got a caller coming in. I hope this is good.
I hope they give you the business.
Welcome to the Naked Truth. You on live. What is your truth, ma'am? Or sir?
Yes, ma'am.
It's ma'am. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
I'm going through it right now. They giving me the blues up here. I hope you called up here. You on my side.
I'm on your side.
Woo! Yeah!
Let's see.
Partially.
Oh,
Boo!
yeah.
So let's see what you got to say.
What do you think about men and women having a platonic relationship, being friends?
Yes, it can happen. With the respect, it all depends on how much you respect your partner and what kind of relationship you have. And yes, you can be friends with someone and have a platonic relationship. But at the same time,
At the same time, caller.
Did we lose you?
or
is your man standing there? You got to be careful what you say.
Limit of friendship should be to a limit, especially guy friends. That should be only a limit amount of numbers and friends. Because at that time, if you have a relationship, you shouldn't be hanging out with other guys as well.
So basically, how many women friends? And I'm not talking about like butt ugly. I'm talking about like really nice looking women. Is your man allowed to have as platonic friends?
It's not the number of allowed. It's not the number of allowed. If you take care of your man at home and he has a friend in the street, don't mean it doesn't have to go anywhere just being a friend because you're taking care of your business at home.
Okay, so you gotta be confident in what you putting out, what you producing at home, huh?
No, most definitely. Why would he want to go out with a friend when he's got what he got in the home?
Ooh.
I like that comment.
You all on my side. I like that.
Not really.
Anybody ask you nothing, man? The lady called in here to talk to me because she on my side. Man, we thank you for calling in.
I'm on your side, but before I hang up, I want to say something.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I say something?
Yes,
Of
ma'am.
course.
I'm on your side because I also want to take a moment and wish you a pretty happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Tomorrow is my birthday, so she wished me a pre-happy birthday.
Oh, that's
Thank
sweet.
you, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You
All
have a
right.
nice evening.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day. I didn't know tomorrow was your birthday. How old are you gonna be?
See, I'm not being interviewed.
That goes to show right there. That was staged.
That was not staged.
He had a call in here.
It's not staged.
Because he knew he's about to be up under the gun in the hot seat with these controversial
Anyway.
topics, and so thank you for your call.
832-649-8406. the phone line is open. Do you think that a man and a woman can be friends and nothing happens? That they can have a platonic relationship?
You know what, Jimmy? Now that you said no, men and women can't be strictly friends because of their attraction to one another. So that means you also think that every attractive woman you meet and you can't just be friends with them. You gotta get the draws, huh?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you right now.
Hey, before you talk.
It's with anybody. Ed don't have to admit to it, but it's even with you. You even see it. If you see a guy that you like, that you know he's an attractive guy, you may like him, you may probably want to get with him, but you may never cross that line.
And that's where maturity comes in. Just because you think about it don't mean you have to act on it. You're saying that it can't even happen. We can't even just be friends with nothing else happening.
Again, it depends on the level of the relationship. Because if y'all constantly hanging out, doing things together on a regular, what you may not be willing to do, because you say you got that maturity, a situation can occur. He can manipulate that, play that to his advantage. You start thinking radical rather than rational, and before you know it, your legs like the alphabet, a letter Y, and there it is.
I think he's still kind of messing.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying, y'all. I don't think it, and I think it's dangerous. If you have a good, healthy relationship at home, I think it's real dangerous for you to have a female friend that's really attractive and y'all hanging out like that.
And I think something will have if you have something good at home and you're hanging out with somebody else attractive, the only way you may even cross that line is if you start having issues. So it might not be that good at home.
Well,
if it's that good at home, then why you out with somebody else?
Well, maybe not. You have the issues. It could be the other person have the issue. That's not having a relationship.
But you're saying they have it good at home.
Okay, I can have it good at home, and you may not have it good at home.
But why, if you feel like it's good at home, why wouldn't I feel like it's good at home? So we having miscommunication in the first place.
No. I'm saying that the guy that you with,
I understand what you're saying, but are you understanding what I'm telling you? Me and you together, and we have it good, but you don't think it's good. That means we need to be communicating. It's a miscommunication.
No, it's not about it. It's not. That's not what I'm saying, Renee. I am saying that if you and I are friends, Renee, you and I are friends. We hanging out 2 or 3 times a week. You got it good at home, but you think I'm attractive. You know I'm a handsome looking dude. You know, should I get with you if I wasn't having my boyfriend at home or man at home? You got it good at home. I may not have it good at home.
So then you're gonna try to manipulate the situation so you
I
get
could.
what you want.
But
you can't manipulate me.
Now, also, if you drink or if you blow, if you're 420 friend.
I say that'll probably be the only reason why somebody's not thinking straight because of an influence.
That goes back to just knowing that's wisdom. I'm not gonna put myself in those situations. And the best way not to do it, hey man, I'm not gonna be hanging out with this girl like that. That's my opinion about it. Yep. I don't think it can be done. That's why I don't have female friends like that. Because I know something can easily happen at any given moment. Now, you may have some male friends, and your boyfriend may be cool with it if you have one, and Ed's wife may be cool with the female friends or business friends that he has. Me, that's not a good thing, because I just think that if either one is willing, some will eventually happen.
Interesting.
So, anybody else think anything different?
I mean, again, you're entitled, brother. So, still, it still boils down to maturity. Like I said, you don't turn the light on and off like a light switch in terms of how who you find attractive, but deciding whether or not to act on that is still an individual choice, and everybody's not gonna make the wrong decision.
Okay.
To say so is to
underestimate.
Yeah. It's to oversimplify and really just to, like you say, underestimate a whole lot of the population. So.
Let me ask this.
Now I do agree with this. I think it may be your case. And I'm just saying. Sometimes we know our vices, so we know, every Superman got a kryptonite. Maybe your weakness is I cannot
not eventually act on a situation when I'm in a situation with a really, really, really attractive person. And so in those situations, the right thing to do is stay away from those situations. So yeah, I don't want to be your friend because I know that eventually I'm not going to know how to act. You know, I'm going to catch me in one of the moments of weakness, and the kryptonite going to set in, and I'm going to get weak enough to have the regrets.
Since we're on this relationship thing, let me ask you this question. Because somebody asked me this last night at work. Oh, I can't think of the question. How it was asked. He say, is it the amount of sex? How much sex is good sex? Is it the amount of sex, the quality of sex? Was it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour?
The quality, I think. Because
So-
you hit it real good one time and I'll be asleep.
So if he can do it in 2 minutes and put you to sleep,
I
it's good.
don't know about no 2 minutes, but you said the length or the quality. I say the
No, I'm
quality.
asking because sometimes quickies are the best ones.
Yeah, I don't think they too many quick enough.
Shoot.
Okay, you know something I
Yep,
don't.
shoot. So bam. Oops, excuse me, I gotta go.
I look at you
That's
different
a
than
sad
that.
situation.
You got a 2-minute man in the room.
Hey. But you know, it was ass.
No, but yeah, it's always a quality, man. That's for sure. I think everybody would agree with that. That you know, you can have it, 5 times a day, 7 days a week. If it's mediocre,
Yeah, so say mediocre then.
then it takes that many times because that's what it takes to get you right. But if it's done right, again, like you said, I ain't gonna say 2 minutes, but
If it's done right real good the first time, you
Five-
don't have to
5,
worry
10
about it 5
minutes.
times.
done right is better than 5 hours done wrong. So I mean,
But you know what gets me too? They got all these songs about like H-Town boys knocking boots all night long. First of all, who has sex all night long?
Some people do.
You can't do that. Stop. It's not gonna happen. Stop. I don't care how young you are and how much Viagra you take. You is not gonna have
something
sex
don't
all
stop
night
working.
long.
Something don't stop working.
Or she gonna get tired, or she gonna get hurt on the inside. That does not happen. But yeah, I guess it's the dream of it. Just somebody caressing me and holding me and treating me special all night long.
So do taking breaks count?
No,
Okay.
no.
What they like that?
Taking breaks don't count. You're not gonna go continuously. You're not gonna go continuously for an hour and a half. Somebody gonna get tired. Somebody gonna be hurting something. It ain't gonna happen. Don't get embarrassed now.
Jimmy
I'm not
has an
embarrassed. I
interesting
just don't have
experience.
I have
Huh?
no comment.
Jimmy has some interesting experiences.
Well, this is the naked truth, and people ask me stuff at work. I just want to know what the people got to say about it. They ain't got to do with my experience.
Or does it?
It might, but I'm not being interviewed, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's his deflection.
Yeah.
I'm not being interviewed.
Now, when I strike that, when I get that 200-300 million, probably next 4-5 months from now, y'all can interview me. I'll tell y'all what y'all want to know.
You that closer to that?
Shh.
Well,
the
well,
numbers.
yeah.
Man. Hey, when I get it, y'all can interview me.
Look, hey, I am the new official co-host of The Naked Truth and Jimmy's best friend. I need everybody to hear that, because see, I don't want them to make it, and then I'll be like, I knew it all along, and he's my best friend. No, right now, I'm letting everybody know. So in 2 to 3 weeks, when you make this 5-point-something million,
About
I should
5-6 more
just do
months.
it.
About 5-6 more months.
Day one.
Just
right
know
here.
that, day one.
Mm-hmm.
Woo,
Well, I'm letting y'all know
Jimmy.
now. I just went and bought me a brand new platinum kayak.
But it's a 2-seater.
you
You,
know
ain't starting the
what?
season to
They got
kayak.
one.
You know, kayaks have they are. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
They got some with 3.
Exactly. So
But
we're rolling. We're
Okay.
rolling.
But I had this one special made platinum
Okay. We've been rowing
with
since
the
day
square
one.
guy pedal. That's just it.
Alright.
Sure,
Why
nobody
can't
did.
be Naked Truth pedal?
Cause that includes everybody then. I thought about that too. You see how I say the naked truth, naked truth, naked truth, naked truth. That kayak don't say that, bro. I know it.
So you know what kind he gonna be? What kind of make it, marry a white woman, gets on all his relatives and all his friends. Everybody have to make it. We don't, yeah. I done seen your kind, man.
So man, you got my diary over there or something?
Tyler Perry wrote movies about
Let me
you.
find out you got my diary over there reading or something, man.
That's your plan, huh?
I thought I hid that thing.
Yeah, you know his kind. Yeah.
Oh, would you marry a white woman?
Who?
You. I'm just asking.
I'm looking too.
Renee, would you marry out your race?
To be completely honest, I would, because I don't discriminate. I love black men though, but if I happen to meet someone else outside of my race, then that makes me happy on a personal level, yes.
Personally, I thought that love was something a blind man can see and something a deaf man can hear. I thought only a heart knows another heart, but to each his own. You know, I'm just asking since he was reading out my diary.
So my thing is this, because we talk around it all day long. The reality is we can say, it don't matter, as long as they make me happy and blah, 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 and color, love is blind, color blind. The reality is this. First of all, I just come from that kind of environment, a household. My mama, I better not bring no white woman in my house to introduce to my mama and my family. Like, this is not, my mama was like, okay, why you couldn't, it's some good, I understand, that she treats you right, but you couldn't find nobody that look like me? Like,
I think that also plays into the experiences that you might have as a black man and a black woman too. Like, if you marry outside of your race, they're not going to completely understand the things that you go through.
Exactly. And so
y'all really believe that?
I know that for a fact. You believe that culturally speaking, any other race of people, the woman could understand and connect with you and understand the black experience.
Mm-hmm.
I personally won't have a clue. Won't have a clue about anything related to Black Lives Matter, what it means to DWB driving while black. I think the real things we go through in the society and have gone through since we landed. There's just no way that you can convince me that anybody can understand that experience. You have to be born from that experience. I'm gonna give you a good example. We created the blues. We created so much stuff, so I'm just gonna start there. And one night, B.B. King was playing, and a lot of people came out to hear him play. And he played the same song like 5 nights in a row. And they say each time it was the same song, but it sounded different, right? And they say because how he played was based on how he felt. They say, but they turned around and went to see another white guy. I'm not gonna mention his name, but he's also a blues player. And when he played the song and it sounded exactly the same each time. And that's because it is. It's easy to read sheet music and play a song based on the mechanics of what makes a song work. It's much harder to put the feeling into the song, right? To make the song believable or own the song. And so the person concluded was this. He said, white people can play the blues, black people are the blues. And so unless you're born from the experience, like what gave you the blues? What the hell make black people? So if you're not born from the experience, you might can play the music, but you're not that. And so for me, it's the same thing across the board. Like you can understand my experience, but unless you're born from it, you will never be it. And so it's gonna always be a certain disconnect there. And that's just my position, brother.
Okay.
But teach his own. Get you a white woman. When you get your
a white woman,
it's cool.
Well, I'm not.
I'm gonna treat it like family.
Well.
You froze?
Yeah, it froze up.
Right on time. All right, I said get your white woman. That's good.
That part was live.
That's a good end.
That's
a good end. Get your white woman.
I'll come back. Okay, there we go. We back. And I see one of my coworkers chiming in. Happy birthday, Jazz. Didn't get to tell you last night. Tell you again, happy birthday. Hope you out there enjoying your birthday party. I couldn't make it. I gotta go to Frito later tonight. You know. So I can't go.
Gotta keep that side hustle, man. So something else come through.
I gotta keep it. But happy birthday. And I thank y'all for tuning into the show. But they got anything you want to shout out before we go?
No, not today, I don't think. Or maybe if I say something, it might trigger something in me. I never have no shout outs, so maybe I need to get some. Shout out
Hop.
everybody watching.
Mo Hop.
Oh man, I got what I gotta say gonna take another hour of the show.
Well, go ahead.
You know,
Put it. You got a whole hour.
Branding.
You got a whole hour for a good 2 minutes.
Anyway, shout out to the Personal Impact crew, my whole team. Shout out to Recreating Me, right, my whole team. Shout out to Community Development Partners, my whole team. Shout out to Advanced Care Plus, my whole team. And so just understand that I got many brands and many people that help me do what I do. And again, when you do it and you do it well, the fruit will bear. And so right now I'm trying to get more fruit so we all can eat.
Yes, I'm hungry. Well, I'm gonna close it out with this, man. You remember, the best lesson is about listening because you pay for it. That's the word for me closing out with. The best lesson is about listening because you pay for it. And a lot of people out there are not learning their lessons because what they're doing is at someone else's expense.
I like free.
But what you start to do start to cost you something, you'll learn. So all you parents out there that keep saving your kids out these situations, they probably keep getting back in it because it's not costing them nothing. It's costing you. So just remember, the best lesson is about listening because you pay for it. And we thank y'all for bearing with us through our technical problems. We got to get this fixed. Facebook done something that's, we don't know. We're working through it like they working through it. But we'll see y'all again Monday. We got a new show coming up Monday with a guy from Colombia. Got the book, Rules to Live By. Nice book. Nice book. And he got music too. And we got another lady coming on from Idaho.
And I'll be back.
Mo Hop said he'll be back. What you clapping for, Renee?
I didn't even mention
coming
Mohawk.
back.
I didn't even say shout out to my Mohawk crew.
See?
Man,
They
thanks.
probably feeling all left
I'm just saying, but
No.
I'm repping y'all. I'm repping.
I thought that was the first people you shouted
And we're gonna play the music too on one of these shows.
We'll get him. But we thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all again back here Monday, 5:30 to 6:30, every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. The Naked Truth, your political hip-hop outlet. And as I said before, we're going to get like wine, we'll get better with time.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That's it, man. And that's all right.
Hot. Woo. Caliente. Good. You learn your Spanish?
It's hot. It's hot.